All right, so what is this now, Keith?
Just snort it and don't ask questions.
Well, that would be bad. I mean, I'll
It's a little
eat it
echoey
like a
sounding. Are we all right here?
Yeah, we're still good.
Okay,
I turned some of the volume back up so I can turn it back down here.
So you got to rip open one end of it. There you go. Yep. And then I hope you really do snort it.
I'm not gonna snort it.
You're gonna snort it.
No.
You just dump it in your mouth like a pixie stick.
This is pissing me off.
You're opening the wrong end. You're supposed to open the black end.
Oh, well, you should have told me that. Some of my feels supposed to be a drink mix.
No, it's not. You just dump them in your mouth. Like a pixie stick.
Oh, it's really dry.
Yeah, it is. I think they call it Rufinol or something like that.
Oh, so this... Oh, my God.
You'll like it?
No, it's fantastic.
Yeah, sure.
It's just really dry.
Yeah,
Dude,
so,
I'm pretty
okay.
sure this is supposed to be a drink mix.
No, it's not. It says do not mix. It's their keto energy like
Oh
powders.
God, you're not kidding. All right.
Yeah, there's no sugar, no carbs, and this is the lemon lime one, but it's got like a lot of caffeine in it. It's supposed to just kind of wake you up a little bit.
So the two monsters I've had today are about to get kicked into overdrive, eh?
I think we ought to have you do like 6 of these things in a row and just see, and then we'll get my blood pressure monitor and see how your heart rate looks.
So what do they call it on an engine when you just rev it so high you're floating the valves, I
Yes,
believe?
exactly. But
Well, let's start the show and we'll see if we're not dead by then.
It's time to hit the trail, lock in those hubs, and throw it into low range. Because you are listening to Wheelin' with Keith and Johnny Orange. They're here to talk about 4x4s, trucks, and everything to do with enjoying the great outdoors. Buckle up. Here's your hosts, Keith and Johnny Orange.
speaking of things that are, weird and
Not dead, like my dating life.
well, there you go. And maybe dead, but not dead to many people. I'm actually working on a piece right now, and I'm don't want to do a full history piece right now.
Is it like a Glock, old Smith & Wesson, old Colt?
Oh, yeah, no, just a blunderbuss with the.
Oh, cool, with the big horn,
Yeah.
those are cool.
That's gonna be my new carry piece, but no.
Man, that really sticks to your
I am
sides.
working on a piece for the Dispatcher, which I
Nice.
write for, and it is about the history of the Jeep MJ Comanche.
Ooh.
And I started
I
really.
forgot to sign up for
I started reading into those and doing more and more research into them, and they actually have some pretty fascinating history. They had some limited edition models, some special editions, and like I said, I'm not going to get into all that right now because I'm going to leave that for the Dispatcher. Maybe we'll actually do a podcast about it later on.
that. I like it.
But something that I find is really interesting is lately prices on the 4-liter. Well, they're all 4 liters, but the non-Renix ones especially. But any of the clean short bed Comanches, oh my God, they're skyrocketing.
Really?
They're so up there. There's some that are hitting over $20,000. People have sold now on eBay and stuff.
What?
Yeah, for clean rust free, like sub 150,000 mile examples.
Holy hell. We were...
Even 2-wheel drive ones.
They were showing me a video at work the other day of... so the guy shoots like vehicles with tannerite in them and watches them blow up and almost
Perfect.
kill them. And I'm watching this, and I mean, I knew it was coming because all the other videos were that. I'm like, no, it was a Comanche. It went to boom, and then it was gone.
Well, that's actually, I'm glad you brought that up because there's a hashtag, and I want people on 4x4 Talk and all of our other Facebook listeners and things like that and Twitter listeners. I started a hashtag about 2 years ago.
Yeah, Osmo veganism. We know, we've covered it.
That's not the hashtag. That's a whole lifestyle.
I like that one, though. That's cool.
But no, there's a hashtag, and obviously it's not building very fast, but some people are starting to use it. It's called hashtag Stop Hollywood Car Murder.
I think we've talked about this before somewhere.
Maybe on the podcast forever ago when I did this,
Yeah.
but why does Hollywood keep destroying 68 to 70 Chargers and fastback Mustangs and
sick, twisted,
vintage
anyway.
Land Cruisers, and Jeep Wagoneers. They keep destroying hard to find vehicles. Like, if you're going to destroy something, let's destroy
a Prius.
A Prius. Let's destroy a 2004 Dodge Caravan. Let's just
Can't get rid of that.
let's destroy every single Saturn Ion out there.
Yes. God, yes. Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I mean, as much as I like them, I'd say even destroy the Aztecs over that. Mm-hmm. I like them. I don't care what anyone says. They're goofy, but they're different.
Or in this day and age of CGI, some vehicles.
Yeah.
You want to destroy a vintage Ferrari or a Tucker or whatever, then CGI it.
Yeah.
CGI it. Stop Hollywood car murder. Hollywood is just, I don't know, man. It's worse than Pizzagate. No, it's not that worse.
What? What's Pizzagate?
Oh, I'm not getting into that right now. that is definitely after show talk. But
Oh, excellent. I gotta. Maybe I'll talk about that one.
speaking of after show, I know we're getting a few new listeners here and there with the Patreon after show. We need our listeners here. You need to go to patreon.com. You need to sign up for
Patreon.com/WheelinRadio.
There you go. You need to sign up for the after show, which we call End of the Trail. You can find it by searching Wheelin' on Patreon. Help support our efforts here, continuing to do this, and you know what? Maybe someday we'll get to a point where we're making so much money. Right now we're not. But we're making so much money that we can actually just funnel some to the museum or something, and help the museum.
That's kind of what we started it for, yeah.
Exactly. That's the whole idea was we started this. But
well, if you want to help out with that too on your own, any Amazon purchases you make through smile.amazon.com, it lets you donate things to charity. Man, that stuff really doesn't go away. But you can select a museum or nonprofit of your choice, and a small percentage of each purchase you make on Amazon will go right to that organization, which is pretty sweet.
yeah, you got to look up Museum of Off-Road Adventure.
Yeah.
And we're getting checks every quarter from Amazon. It helps a lot.
Yeah.
It really does, folks. And it doesn't cost you anything. Great way to do that. So, if, Amazon, I know everyone uses Amazon these days.
Yeah, I saw a massive pile of parts in your driveway all in Amazon boxes, bro. Looks like bumpers and all kinds of stuff.
That is not Amazon boxes.
It says Amazon with a big smiley face.
It might be recycled Amazon boxes.
Okay.
But that's about half of a Saturn Sky.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh. Wow.
I happened to find all the parts to fix my brother's car after he after that deer rear-ended him.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
so or not rear-ended him, but well, he did hit the deer in the rear end and the front and everything. But they totaled the Saturn because my brother bought that. He bought a 2007 Saturn Sky new years ago, right towards the end of Saturn being in business, and he had a deer jump out coming from the riverside by the restaurant and took out the hood, the fender, the door, the bumper. He hit the deer pretty hard.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So, none of those parts are available from GM.
Yeah.
Nothing. You can't
Naturally.
even get the headlight. And so they said, everything's going to have to be junkyard. Insurance company won't do that. So a number of body shops said that the parts weren't straightenable. The hood was really mangled. The door, I mean, it would take a really skilled body man to bring the door back.
Yeah.
So I've been searching, and shout out to cardashpart.com. Maybe they can become a vendor or a sponsor someday.
That would be cool.
Cardashpart.com.
That's one that lists parts in junkyards, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, okay. I've used that before at the dealership.
And so I got on there about
Awesome website.
3-4 times a week for about 2 weeks, and I found a number of Saturn Skies around the country, but either the parts I needed were damaged already, or there was a couple that there was one guy that had a black one, but the prices were just through the roof.
Yeah.
Finally found, and this would be A1 Auto Parts out of, I don't remember the town, but they're in New Mexico. And he had the same color as Brett's Sky that he had just gotten in, and he sold us all the parts we needed, color matched to Brett's Sky, so we don't have to repaint anything. For under $2,000, plus it cost $1,000 shipping. Now the insurance company gave him like $6,000 on the car, so he's money ahead on this thing.
No. You're doing the work for him, right?
Well, I need the rest of the money.
Well, I mean, yeah, you labor.
Exactly.
You know,
I'm gonna
you've
tell 'em
got
that.
search and find fees,
You know?
acquisition fees, storage in your lot there.
For sure. But what I was amazed is he got the parts to me in like 4 days. I was
wow.
from New Mexico.
That's impressive.
Yeah, he goes, oh, it's probably going to be a week or two. And then like 4 days later, I get this notification that somebody was unloading at the forklift down at the ABC building. And I'm like, what is going on
Nice.
here, So yeah, I've got about half of a Saturn Sky sitting there in my driveway to bolt together. But fortunately,
Nice.
it's all bolt-on stuff. Didn't
Yeah.
take out the windshield. Didn't take
That's
out...
lucky.
Yeah, didn't
Yeah.
take out anything else major. But
Nice.
the whole front end, I got the hood, the fenders, the bumper, and then the driver's side door.
Nice. I may have found the last part I need for the Cherokee, Project XJ.
A radiator cap?
No, a hood.
Oh, a hood?
So it's a special edition hood. I'm going to
Special
probably go
edition
look
hood.
at it. Yep.
I didn't know actually it had special edition hoods.
Yeah, this one's a custom job.
Oh,
And so it's a little more than I was willing to pay for
Screaming
it. If it's
Eagle on
rust
it?
free. No. If it's rust free and, at least minor to no dents, I'm going to probably get it.
Trump standing on top of a volcano with
No.
a AK-47.
No. I've seen that graphic. No, it's not
Okay.
that one.
Mother Teresa riding a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
No. It's got a painting of Bob Ross on it.
No! No!
I'm even have tempted to
I
get
can't
it,
even
there's
come
a
up-
little bit of Ross.
I can't even come up with that. Are you serious?
Yeah. I'll show you a picture. It's not
Dude,
the
you're not
greatest picture.
repainting that. You
No,
are not.
I would run it as is.
Oh. Did you buy it? You buy it?
No, where'd this
Is
go
it a decal
here?
or an actual painting?
It's like an actual paint. Come on, where's... Oops. Well, I'll do that. See details.
Speaking of Bob...
It's in Holly. No, this picture's terrible.
Okay, yeah, let me see.
It's not the best angle. But it's
And that's
Bob
not
Ross
a
painted
decal?
on the hood. No.
Oh, that's awesome.
You look. I mean, the rest of this is like rattle can painted.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Speaking of Bob Ross, I saw a really interesting philosophical question about Bob Ross the other day online.
Oh.
Yeah, it said, what if Bob Ross and Gordon Ramsay would have done each other's careers in life?
Like swapped?
Yeah. So you got, Gordon Ramsay sitting there painting going, does that look like an effing happy tree to you?
Picks it up and throws it.
Yeah, exactly. That's not an effing happy tree. And then, Bob Ross would be like, oh, well, it looks like you undercooked this chicken, but we're just going to throw it back on the grill and it'll be our little secret.
And if you cut it up and put it in the distance, it's a little happy bird. And you know what? You're so terrible at this. This bird's going to go flying across the kitchen. Throws it, lands right in someone's face.
Oh, man.
That would be awesome.
I'll tell you what. Speaking of restaurants, the old family restaurant, Foxfire Fixins', I was up there. I had my traditional Sunday Bloody Mary.
Nice.
Which you can get anything you want on there. Today I didn't go very fancy, though. I actually just got a side of pulled pork and some bacon with it. But I've gotten a cheese triangle, too. So
Nice.
got to get lots of things like that.
Yeah.
We need to do for Wheels in the Woods this year. They're gonna do a menu again, and we're gonna do takeout from Foxfire. It's just down the road. That's gonna work out pretty good. I think a lot of people like getting the pulled pork sandwiches and stuff like that. It worked out really
I
well.
want more of those egg rolls. That's all I care about.
I think you
And the
and
poppers.
I think you and Andrew pretty much ate the whole freezer worth last time.
Oh, no, Ed bought like 3 boxes of them.
I know
Ed
it was
bought a lot.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
Was that there last year?
Yeah, pretty sure he was. I'm not thinking the year before, am I? Was he there last year? I don't remember now. Oh, God, I don't remember.
I don't know either. Speaking of MJs, going back to our MJ Comanches that we were talking about,
Oh, yeah.
and you're
Right
talking
back
about your
on
Bob
topic.
Ross custom painting, I think you need to buy an MJ Comanche.
I would love to. I have always wanted one of those
And
things.
what you need to do is because it's an MJ, you need to do a full-on Michael Jackson, like spray theme. Like you could have him with the white glitter glove on the side.
No, just one door, white glitter.
Oh, there you go. Exactly. Like,
This could be interesting.
Yeah, total Michael Jackson themed. You can do like purple interior and
I know what I can name it.
what's that?
Billie Jean.
It's not your lover.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Or should I call it the thriller?
Oh, there you go. Yep.
That could be a very interesting bill.
My daughter the other day sat there and told me the entire history of the song Annie, Are You Okay? She apparently knows the whole
I
background.
love that song.
Yeah, the video's pretty good too.
I didn't know there was a video.
You've never seen the video?
There's a girl where I work whose name is Annie, and I keep waiting for that song to be on the
His
radio.
name
when
is Annie?
Her.
Oh.
I keep waiting for that song to be on the radio when she's walking through the shop.
Oh.
I'm going to say, Annie, are you really, though?
Nice.
And I want that weird look, like, what are you talking about? Like, the song.
You need to play the Alien Ant Farm version.
I do like that one.
Yeah.
I haven't heard it in a while.
But no, you don't remember that when he walks in the video? That's like one of the best MJ videos ever, man. He walks into like that 1920s nightclub, and the music stops, and everyone's looking at him, and he reaches into his pocket, and everybody, he flips back his coat like he's going to pull a gun, and everybody's like, what the heck is this guy doing? And all of a sudden he pulls out a coin, and then he just tosses it, and it goes all the way across the room, and then it goes into the jukebox, and it starts playing the beat. And
all right, I think I've seen that. Yeah.
I wonder how many takes that took to do. What?
That's not usually how that works.
That was pre-CGI.
Well, so they had different ways of doing things back then.
Yeah.
The best example of that, the original Star Trek show.
Okay.
So the original show did it, like how the ship looked so realistic, like it was flying through space. So this was all done back when it was film. Mm-hmm. So they would make a model of the ship.
And then whip it into space.
Kinda. No, they'd fly it around on a blank background. Man, excuse me. Get the movements down and everything they wanted. Then they took another strip of film that had a starscape.
Okay.
And they would actually take each individual frame of the footage with the starship, cut out the starship, overlay it onto the other film, project that onto a new one, and record it that way. So it was the ship flying through space.
That really does seem like a lot of work back then.
So, trying to remember, back then it should have been about the same. Well, films usually shot 24 frames per second. Modern TV is 30 per second. So you got to figure 24 to 30 frames per second of video.
That sounds rough, man. I
give a lot of those guys a lot of credit from back then. I mean, what they did, the pure artistry. I mean, you look at the old cartoon animators, same thing. It was drawn frame by frame.
It was.
I mean, the skill that was there is an art that's been lost. We will never, in our lifetime, see that kind of skill again. It's
we see the artistry, though. We
see some of it, but not
I saw a
quite
post
like it
about
was.
Pixar the other day, and they were zooming in on the Toy Story movies, and you could see every thread in
Was that
Woody's.
the Incredibles one?
No.
Oh, no. I know the one you're talking about.
But
yeah.
you could see every thread in Woody's, sleeve, and you could see the tears in the eyes. You see everything. It's
there's so much detail in that stuff that most people don't ever pick up on.
Yeah.
But that's just, it makes it so much more realistic. It's absolutely insane how good these guys are.
Oh, it's better than getting one of those high def TVs, and all of a sudden you realize that you're, whatever your famous actor or actress that you're into, and you're like, that's what. I was over at Bob's house a couple of years ago, and I remember it was like a New Year's party, and he was playing something, and I'm like, why is everyone so ugly on this show right now? And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, what is wrong with your TV? Like, everybody's all pockmarked and pimples and this and that. It was a high def TV.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, wow, okay.
There was a very certain industry that was badly affected by that when HD came out.
Oh, yeah. Children's shows like the Teletubbies and stuff.
Sure. We can go with that. But no, I mean, that was a concern that was even on the news. That entire industry had to account for that in their filming.
Off-road truck shows.
I'm sure some of it happened there too.
Okay, all right.
We'll change that back to generalizing a lot of industries. Even on-air news producers. That was our equivalent of when sound came to film. Back in the day when they would do the action and then a text block would appear on screen. A lot of those actors or actresses and actors back then, their voices were so bad they had a voiceover actor for that.
Isn't that crazy?
It's insane. I mean, that's our equivalent of that back then.
I was watching the other day, I guess circling back into the off-road stuff. Have you ever seen the Freddie Mercury video? The Queen video for, it's the one where he sings about how Radio We Still Love You.
I want to say I haven't, but
I'm actually curious on the filming of it, because have you ever seen the movie? I think it's just called Metropolis, and it's one of the first sci-fi movies. It's from like, I don't know, 1918 or
I've
something.
seen the ads for it, or seen the actual.
It was like an hour something long movie, silent
I haven't
movie.
Seen it.
The guy builds his robot wife and everything. And there's flying cars, and it's supposed to be way in the future and all that. And it was way ahead of its time. Way, way, way ahead of its time. And I think they actually cut scenes from that, but then they have like Freddie Mercury and his band all sitting in like this flying car thing. And they're like singing as they go through the air. And I'm like,
nice.
I'm like, man, that's kind of cool. Just the cinematography on that was
a lot of it. It's incredible what some of these guys do. I know he's a cameraman, but he owns the title cinematographer. And just watching the guy work, seeing what we set up, and then seeing how he sees it through the lens. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, it truly is a pleasure to watch that guy work. It's amazing.
Our listeners right now are probably like, what the heck are these guys talking about today?
Yeah,
Where are they going with this? But you know what, folks? That is the Wheelin' Show for you. Every once we get off onto a tangent. But, we're into a lot of different things. And
well, in all fairness, that shoot that I'm particularly referring to was all off-road. We were in a sand pit. There were Hummers involved.
That was for your buddy Drew Jacobs.
No, different guy.
Oh,
that guy too, but not to say the guy that does Drew stuff's bad. He's phenomenal as well, but this guy has been doing it probably longer than the other guy's been alive.
Is that the guy who did the tribute video of the Thunder Rolls?
No. That guy did Drew's
How
thing.
many different adult video guys are you involved with?
None.
Oh.
I mean, they are adults, but it's not adult movie filming.
Oh, okay.
No, this was for it was a Lance Cowis production, Silent War. It's still in some post-processing or post-editing. Post-production, that's the word. But the guy is just incredible. The cinematographer on that, it's... Wow. Istvan is his name.
Istvan.
Yes. Yeah, real cool guy, real good guy.
I'm assuming with a name like that, he's probably from, like, the Bronx.
I don't know. I never asked him.
Or Detroit. Istvan.
Boston.
Oh, okay. That's definitely a Boston name.
Yeah.
My name's Istvan.
Anywho.
Yeah. So this week, you got anything going on with your 4x4 projects or anything besides your Bob Ross hood?
I mean, looking at them in passing, we had another employee thing at work. We're hiring, by the way, so if anyone's looking for a job, we need a range officer. Full-time. Again.
$35, $38 an hour?
God, I wish. I'd do it for that.
Okay.
No. It's, they've got me on. I'm working every day this week at that job.
You're doing the
weekend
range
at my
stuff?
other job. No, I'm fortunate enough and thankful enough my boss is able to work the schedule, so I'm not out there.
Okay.
So thank you for that, Ricky. I appreciate it. Yeah. I know you don't listen, but oh well, I'm gonna thank you anyways. And then I've got the boat next weekend.
Nobody wants to be watching those Range Rovers all day long.
No. I'm trying to get next Sunday off so I can take a class.
What kind of class?
Carbine 1. So, shooting, tactical shooting, reloads. I think we do a little bit of moving while shooting with that stuff.
Okay.
So, if I can get it covered, otherwise I'm going to be working both days again next week.
So busy this time of year, man. I wish summertime wasn't our busy season.
I know, right?
It's kind of back-asswards. A lot of people have their busy seasons in the winter, and ours is just, both you and me, we work jobs where we're just slammed in the summer. And so when we could be out having fun and doing stuff, and it's one of the reasons that I'm lately thinking that maybe I need to consolidate all the different projects and maybe I don't want a payment, but maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided.
I'm still trying to figure out how in the hell I'm gonna get Project XJ to the
Finish
show.
line?
Yeah. Yes, I could push it or pull it, but I mean, at minimum, I'm gonna try to at least have it out there on a trailer if it comes to that. But I started working on it again. I got the tube, the rocker tube on the driver's side about a quarter of the way done, and my welder's having problems. Turns out it's a bad liner. So I have to spot weld it, and I'm moving a lot, so I need to get a new liner to keep going on that. And then I think they call it time.
You need to find more of it each day.
Yes. I'm not sure how.
Sleep is for the dead.
Yeah, but I only get 3 or 4 hours as it is.
Oh, okay. All right, that's not good.
So, getting ready for one job or the other one, it's holy crap.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
So, working on it. I mean, I'll figure it out somehow, some way. Somehow, hopefully.
Man, I know we've both been exhausted lately. And
I'm not sure how much, well, probably whatever the hell that thing was you gave me. Straight methamphetamines or something?
pretty much.
Oh, okay, great. So I'm going to fail my next random drug test for work. Great. Well, then I'll have plenty of time.
No, I don't think they test for caffeine. I think there was a lot of that in there.
Oh, God, if they test for caffeine, we'd all be getting fired.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. One guy there starts his day with 2 cups of Death Wish coffee,
Ooh.
an amp on the way to work, 1 to 2 amps at work, and then sometimes 1 on the way home.
That's pretty rough, man.
I don't know how he's still alive, and he's 41.
That's pretty rough.
I don't know how he's alive. Construction worker previously. But
Exactly. Hey, let's talk about 4x4 talk for a second, man.
Yeah,
I know
we
you and
can
I
do that.
both posted some funny stuff on there, but
yeah, I got to get better at following up with everybody's posting. I'm sorry.
I'm going to do a couple of shout outs here.
If you want to do that real quick, I'm going to go grab another water. So
That's
I will
fine.
be right back.
Mr. Steven Sherens, I think that's how you pronounce that. He posted some pictures of his pretty badass TJ here that's got a custom front axle in it. And great questions on there. We were trying to figure out what is going on with this custom deal that he has, and it looks like it's got some... I think we eventually figured out that it's got Chevy-style outers on a Kingpin Dana 60, Ford Kingpin Dana 60 that's been narrowed. That's the type of stuff we like to see on 4x4 Talk because, that it brings a lot of our people together that can see what's going on. They have questions and answers, and it really helps to educate everyone. And the community comes together. It's really nice. And then Vintress Garage lately. Man, the CJ over there, you have been doing such an awesome job on that Bronco restoration. You've been posting a lot of pictures lately of what the Bronco's looking like. Looks like you got maybe the paint cut in on some stuff, and that Bronco is just looking beautiful. I really impressed with your 78 Bronco build. I've been following that for over a year now, and you're saying that you're going to probably have it, done this spring or summer, Wheels in the Woods maybe. Really hoping that's the case. It is a beautiful, beautiful truck. Doing a great job on that thing. We've had a lot of different funny things on there as well. People have posted things they're trying to get us to buy, like the old stretch limousine that Billy Lemire says we need to buy, and just
Wheeling Mobile Studio.
Exactly. And then of course Ryan Fugget says, or Fugit, or however you pronounce that. He has to talk about Johnny Orange's bar pin eliminators, and
How did I miss that one? Of all of them.
oh yeah, I tell you what, man.
I gotta just spend some time catching up on this. I'm so sorry, guys.
Yep. And then
I see funny stuff and post it, and I just forget to follow up on anything.
Brent was talking about the Go Topless Day in Port Huron, Michigan, with all the Jeeps.
Nice.
A lot of great pictures on there.
Topless pictures on it.
Absolutely. On 4x4 Talk, we always
Sweet.
encourage that. And it's just amazing what you guys are doing out there, and we really appreciate you sharing all these pictures of your projects and what's going on. So with that being said, continue to join 4x4 Talk, guys. Get on there, interact with us, and we will try to answer any questions you have, react to whatever you put up there, funny, not, whatever the case may be. Definitely need to join 4x4 Talk, and then also try to find us at all our other social medias, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, for the Museum of Off-Road Adventure, as well as for Wheelin'. And then, John, I know we already talked about Patreon, but
Sorry, I got distracted, zoned out for a moment there.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/WheelingRadio. It'll get you access to our after show. There's a bunch of free episodes, everything from our first year. Check it out. Let us know what you think. If you like what you hear and you want to hear more, excuse me, sign up. Those $2 a month get you access to that. That money goes towards just helping us maintain equipment, keep things up to date and all that. Make sure we can pay our hosting site so that we can still post content for you guys.
Exactly.
And all that good stuff.
Keep buying beer.
Yeah. I mean, we got to have something to drink while we're
Exactly.
recording. And, so just check that out. Again, welcome to the new members who have signed up on there. Hope you're enjoying the show. And wherever you're listening to it, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and share that wherever you feel like it. Just try to get as many people listening as we can.
Absolutely.
I mean, this doesn't mean we're done already, does it?
Oh, I don't know. How far are we in into this one, man?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not good at the math.
I don't know. I know it's just been a long week, John, and
Yeah.
we're working a lot of things. I don't know what else to talk about right now.
All right. I'm all right with that. Because I know what's next. We got the after show and beer. So...
Where can they find out? Oh, you already told them about the after show.
So I will say this to you folks. If you like what you listen to and you want to hear us continue with where we're at today, sign up on Patreon and you'll get this episode. Actually, the irony of this is going to be those who are listening are going to get this a week before everybody else. They're going to get that episode a week before this one airs.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's the other nice thing is we usually record a couple episodes at a time, including the after show. So those of you get the after show a week before everybody else.
That's how you do it, man.
Yep. Well, with that, thanks for listening and have a good one, everybody.